Look at it, drenched in deep obsidian black. It doesn't reflect the light, it absorbs it. It stands there on this long, empty stretch of highway like a predator waiting for its prey. Most cars are built for transportation. The Escalade V? It was built for dominance. But why is this called a monster? Is it just the size? No. The logic lies beneath that hood. Inside this beast beats a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 heart. We're talking about 682 horsepower in a vehicle that weighs nearly 3 tons. That is pure mechanical madness. When you step on the gas, this building on wheels screams from 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds. That's not just fast, that's terrifying. Look at those vertical LED lights cutting through the daylight like twin blades. Those 22-inch dark wheels. Every line on this body has a purpose. It's wide, it's aggressive, and it's unapologetically American. But wait, if the outside is a monster, the inside is a sanctuary. Does luxury really belong in a beast like this? Before we dive into the cockpit that costs more than a house, hit that subscribe button. This is Gyun Car, and we are just getting started with the ultimate luxury monster. We've seen the terror it strikes on the outside, but the real magic begins the moment you pull that heavy door handle. On the outside, it's a monster, but on the inside, it's a rolling palace. The moment you step into the cabin, the noise of the world simply vanishes. It's pin-drop silence. Welcome to the world of ultra-luxury, where the chaos of the road can't reach you. The first thing that hits you is that massive 38-inch curved OLED display. Let's look at the logic here. This isn't just one screen. It's a masterpiece of 3 integrated displays with a pixel density higher than a 4K TV. Even in the brightest California sun, the clarity is crystal sharp. It doesn't just show you maps, it shows you the future. And for the audio files? Cadillac packed this beast with an AKG studio reference system featuring 36 speakers. Think about that. There are speakers literally embedded in the headrests. When the bass drops, you aren't just listening to music, you're living in a concert hall. It's a monster that can roar, but it can also sing you a lullaby. Every surface is draped in premium, hand-stitched semi-aniline leather. You get massaging seats, authentic zebra wood trim, and a console refrigerator to keep your drinks ice cold. In America, we love our long road trips, and the Escalade V is built with the logic that you should be able to drive 1,000 miles and feel more refreshed than when you started. But here is the kicker: Super Cruise. This is the gold standard of hands-free driving in the US. On a wide, open highway, this monster drives itself while you sit back and enjoy the view. It's the ultimate flex of technology and comfort. But is all this worth the 6-figure price tag? How does it actually handle the corners, and what's the final verdict? We're breaking down the cost and the performance in the final part. Stay tuned to Gyun Car. We're just getting to the best part. 00. The raw power. You can't talk about a monster without talking about its heart. Let's look at the logic of why the Escalade V sounds like a thunderstorm on wheels. 015. The supercharger. Under that massive hood sits a 6.2-liter supercharged V8. But it's not just any engine. This is hand-built in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It features a 4-lobe 2.65-liter R2650 TVS supercharger that spins up to 13,000 RPM. The logic? It's basically forcing a hurricane into the engine to create instant, brutal torque. 045. The physics of speed. Think about this. The Escalade V weighs over 6,000 pounds. That's like trying to launch a small tank into space. Yet it does 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. How? It's all about the 10-speed automatic transmission that's specifically tuned for the V-Series. Every shift is like a gunshot, fast, precise, and punishing. 115. All-wheel drive logic. And it's not just rear-wheel drive. It uses a full-time active all-wheel drive system that constantly shifts power between the front and rear axles. If the rear tires lose grip while you're flooring it, the car's brain instantly sends power to the front to keep you moving straight. It's a monster with a genius-level IQ. 145. The V mode. And then there's the V button. One press and the steering gets heavier, the suspension stiffens up, and the exhaust valves open wide. This isn't just a luxury SUV anymore. It's a track-ready titan. 215 mid-series hook. But how do you stop a 3-ton beast that moves like a Ferrari? And what happens when you take it off the paved road? We're diving into the control and off-road logic in Part 4. 235. Call to action. If you're enjoying this deep dive into American muscle, hit that like button. We're only halfway through the king of SUVs. Power is nothing without control. When you have a 6,000-pound monster capable of reaching supercar speeds, the biggest challenge isn't moving, it's stopping and turning. This is where the engineering logic of the Escalade V truly shines. To bring this titan to a halt, Cadillac didn't just use standard brakes. They fitted it with massive 6-piston Brembo performance brakes in the front, painted in a striking edge red. These aren't just for looks. They are designed to dissipate extreme heat, ensuring that even after multiple high-speed stops, your braking power remains sharp and reliable. It's the difference between stopping safely and becoming a runaway freight train. But how does a vehicle this tall stay flat in the corners? The secret is Magnetic Ride Control 4.0. Think of it as a suspension with a digital brain. It uses sensors to read the road surface 1,000 times per second. If you hit a bump or take a sharp turn, the fluid inside the shocks changes its thickness instantly using magnetic fields. This logic allows the Escalade V to feel like a luxury cloud on the highway and a stiff, agile athlete on a winding road. Combine that with the Air Ride adaptive suspension. This system doesn't just cushion the ride, it actually changes the height of the vehicle. When you're parked, it lowers itself to let you step out like royalty. But when you're on the move, it optimizes its height for better aerodynamics and stability. It's a monster that knows how to adapt to its environment. While most owners will never take a $170,000 SUV into the mud, the logic is there if you need it. With an electronic limited slip differential, this beast can send power to whichever wheel has the most grip, making sure that even on snow, sand, or gravel, the king remains undefeated. Now, let's get real. Owning a monster of this scale comes with a price that goes far beyond the initial purchase. If you're worried about your wallet at the gas station, this is definitely not the vehicle for you. The logic of a 682 horsepower supercharged V8 is simple. It needs a lot of fuel to stay angry. In the city, you're looking at about 11 miles per gallon. On the highway, if you're lucky and stay light on the pedal, you might hit 16. It's one of the least efficient vehicles on the road, but that's the trade-off for having the most powerful full-size SUV in American history. You aren't paying for mileage, you're paying for the adrenaline. So what is the cost of entry into the V-Series Club? The 2026 Cadillac Escalade V starts at approximately $160,000. But once you start adding the bespoke interior options, the Onyx packages, and the extended wheelbase, you are looking at a final sticker price north of $190,000. That is deep into supercar territory, the same price bracket as a high-end Porsche or a used Lamborghini. The big question is, June? Why choose this over a sleek European exotic? The logic is about presence. A supercar is for the track, but the Escalade V is for the world. It's for the person who needs to carry 7 people in total luxury while still being able to outrun almost anything else on the road. It's a tank, a private jet, and a muscle car, all rolled into one obsidian black package. In a world moving towards silent electric motors, the Escalade V is a loud, proud, and unapologetic celebration of American engineering. It's the ultimate gas-powered king before the electric era takes over.